Today, we're going to talk about the attitude of gratitude. That's not an easy one either. I was just talking about unconditional love of self and others, and now I'm throwing another one at you, attitude of gratitude. Now, it's easy to have the attitude of gratitude when everything is going well. The person who you're in love with calls you, everything is wonderful, you're communicating, you're seeing that the house that you really want is actually happening, your children are great, and all is well with the world. Some days they roll like that, right? And then there's the days that the only good thing about the day is that you can go to bed and sleep until the next day happens. Because what can go wrong will go wrong. And I can tell you for myself, with 14-year-olds, soon to be 15, that certainly is part of the equation, as well as running a practice with people that really want to transform and might be in crisis, and you have to be on constantly. And so if you hold on to, oh, this didn't happen, and that person didn't call, and how am I going to pay the bill, and life sucks, excuse my French, then it's really hard to move into gratitude. Now, it's ridiculous when you're having a bad day to say, what do they say, put a happy face on and smile? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about feeling the feeling when you're upset, because that feelings are important, and that feeling's telling you, I don't like to be treated this way, I feel sad, I need other things in my life, I'm not feeling good about myself because I should be exercising. I mean, this is all good information. The key to life shifting and in my work is I call it a space. You're in a space, which means you're not owning it. You're identifying with the feeling, and when you're in a space, you can change the space, right? So if things are really like one right after the other, it seems like you can't, win. What you want to do is take a deep breath and breathe and release it, and then go. What can I be grateful about today in my life? And then think. I have an apartment, food, my children are fine, I'm relatively good at work. Whatever it is, you can start looking at the cup half full rather than half empty. My life is not a disaster. I can overcome this. Now, what can I be grateful for? The opportunity that's in the mess. I could figure something out that maybe will transcend all the stuff that I'm going through and put me on a higher path. And that this difficulty is really a blessing. So think about that in your life. What in your life has been really difficult, and you were kicking and screaming and you hated it, and then it wound up taking you to a whole different level because you had to think of other options, or let somebody go, or they let you go, and it was like one door closed, another one opened. So if you're coming from that perception that there is never a disaster that you can't overcome, some things are much harder, like a death of a child, a divorce, parents dying, things of that nature that all humans go through, because it's a hard planet. I always said that. It's a really hard planet because there's always a transition at the end. No one is here forever in the physical. And so there's love, and then there's loss, and there's love, and there's loss. But within that, you can be, even if you're suffering from a real major loss, somewhere you have to find something inside of yourself where you can find gratitude for who you are, what you can create, and the situation. Now, when there's a death of a child, say for instance, that's very hard to find gratitude because that's a major loss. But somehow, let's just say, perhaps that child's time had come and they wanted to experience something else, and they made a transition. And for them, they're fine, but for you, you're sad. So if you can allow yourself to just breathe into the sadness, remember the love that you had for that child, and let that fill your soul and your heart. You can actually feel the presence of that child, parent, somebody that you've lost close to you, and keep that in your heart, even if they're not in the physical. So somehow, some way, there's always a point of gratitude and appreciation that you can hook into. And that is a stepping stone to that sense of unconditional love and that sense of unlimited possibility in terms of creating happiness in your life. Being conscious of what you're feeling, releasing it, moving and recreating what you want from the intention of focusing on this is my vision and letting go of what you don't want. If you hold on to you don't want, bitching and moaning about it, being in the chat room of discontent, I talk about that in my book, Life Shift, which is get the dream team of support. Get the people around you that say, hey, you know what, you can do that. Be grateful for them. If you're having a chat room of discontent with people that you call up and just bitch about how horrible the day is and how they're no good men or they're no good women or will never get into a relationship or children are ungrateful or blah, 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 and it goes on, then you're living a life of misery. And that's a shame because you're dying with your music in you. So my whole point is life shift that. And in my sessions, that's one of the keys, besides unconditional love, the 4 bodies, connecting them. It's the attitude of gratitude that every day you wake up. As Wayne Dyer said, he used to say thank you, thank you, thank you 4 times before he put his feet to continue on his day. Feet on the floor, sitting on the bed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's try that right now, okay? Because it worked for him. It works for me when I'm discombobulated and I have to get the kids up at 6 o'clock in the morning, all right? And they haven't done their homework and they don't want to eat the lunch and whatever. And they're missing the school bus. I want you to take a deep breath. Feel as if you're planting your feet on the ground, on the floor, wherever you are. Close your eyes. Place your hands on your knees and just feel that you're grounded. Think of emerald green energy, which is the energy of the heart chakra, and just say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And feel that you're opening up to the super consciousness of the universe and acknowledging the gift of life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And one more time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now feel that energy and start your day off that way. And you'll see, you'll be in the attitude of gratitude more than not. And it's all how you perceive your life. It's not what happens to you, it's what happens for you. My love and blessings to you, Alita St. James, on your journey, and may we all be happy and grateful for everything in the universe and in our lives.